El Paso. There's been another mass shooting. This time it is in El Paso. 20 people were killed, 26 injured in that mass shooting this morning at a Walmart in El Paso. One suspect, a 21-year-old man from a Dallas suburb, is now in custody. The latest number of 20 people dead was shared during a news conference earlier tonight. At that time, the governor, Greg Abbott, described the shooting as one of the deadliest days in our state's history. He said, Texas grieves for the people of El Paso today on a day that would have been a normal day for someone to leisurely go shopping. It turned into one of the most deadly days in the history of Texas. Lives were taken who should still be with us today. Of the 26 people injured, 6 are Mexican nationals, according to a tweet from Mexico's Foreign Relations Secretary. The initial 911 call came in around 10:39 this morning in El Paso time, and the first officers arrived at the scene 6 minutes later. Police said the suspect was taken into custody without incident, meaning no officers fired their guns, and he surrendered and was detained with little force. Now, we have some video over his home in the area of Allen, Texas. The Associated Press reports that his name is Patrick Crucius. He's from Allen, Texas, which is near Dallas. This is video of his home there as investigators try to gather whatever evidence they can there in Allen. Law enforcement is investigating the shooting as a murder. However, the governor described a nexus of a hate crime with a possibility of a capital murder charge. Police said that the Walmart near the Cielo Vista Mall off Interstate 10 was at capacity with thousands of back-to-school shoppers when the gunfire broke out. About 3,000 customers and maybe around 100 employees were inside when that shooting happened. We have some tweets to share. One from the Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo saying, "Please keep our fellow Texans in El Paso and the responding El Paso officers in your prayers." We also have a tweet from Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez. "The news out of El Paso is heartbreaking. I'm praying for the victims, the survivors, and their families." Now, an urgent plea came out from medical people there in El Paso. Urgent need for blood. We've got some video of the overwhelming response to the emergency call for blood donations in El Paso. The need there is urgent, and people are responding. Look at that. People coming out in droves to donate blood, badly needed there in that town we are all praying for tonight. El Paso, again, 20 dead, 26 wounded in this shooting rampage in El Paso. We understand there's going to be a vigil there tonight. We'll stay on top of it for you. Of course, there could be more live updates coming from officials there on the scene. They have been giving updates roughly every hour or so. And if that happens, of course, we will stream it live for you on all our digital platforms, so be looking for that. Monitor this if you can on all social media platforms, and put on the push notifications on your phone to get the KHOU app so you can get the latest on this horrible tragedy in the West Texas town of El Paso. Of course, we will have the very latest for you coming up at 10 o'clock, but we'll be monitoring the situation throughout the night, and we'll be streaming any new information online for you, including any live updates from emergency personnel there in that town of El Paso. For now, I'm Ron Trevino. We'll have the very latest on KHOU 11 News at 10.
reports suggesting that there was a second gunman initially inside the Walmart. What more can you tell us about that?
It was dispelled. That was the initial. They were certain. They were uncertain, and that was the initial preliminary information that was dispelled with further investigation. We believe now it was at this point in time a lone single shooter.
Mayor, how do you get our city ready for 20 funerals?
I don't know. We've never done this before. I would hope and pray we'd never have to do it again. But we'll do it, and we're going to survive because that's who we're all. That's what we're about.
Governor, you spoke with President Obrador.
I have not. I will say this, and that is I haven't been able to track my phone. I don't know if the call's been received, but I have not been able to talk to him yet.
I understand 3 of the victims were connected.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't had my phone.
2 more
Governor,
questions.
this is going to ignite the gun debate once more. What do you want people to know your stance is?
Listen, there are bodies that have not yet been recovered. I think we need to focus more on memorials before we start the politics.
1 more question.
To the representatives, is there any legislative direction that you guys or your constitution are taking right now?
Well, we've had conversations about what we can do next. We have moved the ball forward in our state regarding mental health and how we secure our schools. This did not happen at a school today, but we're going to work very closely with the governor. We are Democrats, he's a Republican, but we stand together in this tragedy. We're going to work together to make sure that Texas families are safe and work in a positive way forward to make sure that these type of tragedies don't happen again.
Yeah, this is, as these scenes unfold, not just in Sutherland Springs or Santa Fe and now here in El Paso, but across the country, we're not sent to the Capitol to ignore things like this. I know that we haven't. We will continue to look for ways to make sure that weapons don't get in the hands of the wrong folks, to make sure that our schools remain safe and build on the laws that we passed this session, and to ensure that no matter where you go, whether it's a public school or it's the neighborhood Walmart, you are safe and secure with your family. That is something that should be at the core of what we do. And I know I can speak for the group of El Paso legislators. When we go back in 2021, this is in the front of our mind and in our hearts, and we will not be going there to do nothing about it. We will be going there to get something done.
Thank y'all very much.
You're great.